Hey, everybody, just give me a second. I'm just setting everything up. I hope everybody's having a great day. Oh, man. It's a big day today. Hope everybody's having fun. All right, we've got a lot of stuff to cover. Let's get started. Okay. Good morning, everybody. All right, so hope everybody's having a great day. Oh, man, I hope everybody's excited for Lost Colony, man. I am super, super excited. Oh, man, let me know if that music is getting in the way of anything. I've got it turned way, way down, but it should be doing pretty good. So, yeah. And with Lost Colony, will I still be doing season 2 of Soling the Ark? You damn straight I will be. Hell yeah. All right. Human NPCs and everything. Yeah, we're going to be covering all of that here pretty soon. I've actually got the Steam page loaded up. I know a bunch of people have been doing the news on it because this is actually really, really big news. There's a lot of stuff to cover here. But yeah, Koa, the biggest question is, do I cover Lost Colony in season 2 of Soling the Ark? That's the big question. Hell yeah. Hey, how's it going, everybody? All right. Oh, the FPS. Oh, yeah, it's going to be insane. But you know what? I think it's going to be worth it. All right, let's jump into it because last night they dropped a big bombshell on everybody. Oh, yeah. So there is so much stuff to talk about right now, and we're going to be talking about this before we jump into everything. Normally, traditionally, what we do on the waiting in the waiting room whenever we're waiting for an expansion or a map to come out, while we're waiting, we'll jump into a map and start fresh and just start playing. But there is a bunch of new information that we're going to be talking about today. So, hey, grab your coffee. Grab some coffee, sit down, let's chill out, let's discuss all this new stuff. Can we look at the roadmap first? I am not doing any of the leaks. I'm specifically not covering any of the leaks. I've been paying attention to them, but I am not covering any of the leaks. Yeah. And that's a personal choice. I mean, it's nothing against people that are covering the leaks. Honestly, there's some pretty big leaks out there, but I'm not covering any of the leaks. Once they officially release the roadmap, I will cover it then. But as of right now, it's just a leak, so I'm not going to cover it. Yeah. It's do what you're doing. Exactly. All right. We all having fun yet? Hey, Gray. All right. So, yeah. So, talking about Lost Colony, and they just updated the Steam page for it last night. Now, over in Discord, there is also a new cryptic message that just got sent out through all of the news feeds that reads in a very cryptic way, the sun is fading, my kingdom stirs, tomorrow you will learn who truly survives the night. And it is written in this weird font that looks super cool. And I really, really am digging that. Will my Lost Colony be on a server or single player? Both, Koa. I'm going to be playing it with the Foo Fighters. We're going to be playing it together. And I'm probably going to be streaming that extra for the first several weeks. Just extra streaming days, which will mean probably less daily videos that get released out on the channel, but I'll be streaming those days. So yeah, you guys won't even really miss the daily videos. At least I'm hoping that's the way it goes. So yeah. All right. So talking about Lost Colony, this right here is, well, here, let's see. Let's watch this. Let's switch over. I'm going to turn off face cam here for a sec, which will also turn off the music. All right, here, let's switch over to this one. Bam, here we go. All right, let's watch this.
So, you left behind those dearest to you. One murdered and watched another vanish into nothingness.
sorry, Mika.
I hear your voice first thing in the morning, and you sing me to sleep at night. Are you my mom?
I'm sorry, Mika. I'm not. But I did know your mom. A long, long time ago. Diana Altares was so brave and fierce.
You'll come back for me, right, babe? Never let go.
You've got me. We will both see you again soon, Diana.
But Mei Yin's story continued. To the far side of the earth, into frozen wastes shrouded in endless night. In a place called Arat Prime.
Arat Prime? Where the Arcs came from?
That's right. Mei Yin traveled there looking for a way back to me. And your mother, Diana. But what she found instead...
What? What was it? Tell me!
There she found... the stuff of nightmares.
Man, that is so cool. All right, I've got to specifically trim that down the moment it hits, just because I don't want it to get into any copyrighted music. All right, so let's pop that back up and go like that. All right, so now we're back. All right, and now let's talk a little bit about a bunch of the different things that have been released so far, and also a whole bunch of the stuff that was released. And also, Meg, what you keep saying is that was the old trailer. That's actually the current official trailer. The new trailer is a leak trailer. So yeah, and I'm not, like I said, I'm specifically not covering the leaks. I'm waiting for an official release on that. Yeah. Yeah, have I seen the leak? But yeah, dude, news is all over the place about the leak stuff, and I'm specifically not covering the leak stuff. I know. There's a lot of leak stuff that has gone out recently, and there's a lot of leaks, but I'm specifically not covering the leaks. I probably should, but I'm just not doing it. All right, I'll let other content creators do that, which I think is awesome. All right, so let's scroll down through here. So what we've already gotten so far are, for this, the Fantastic Tames that we got with the pre-order, we've already got the Drakelings. All right, so these right here, we've already had the Drakelings, the Veilwind, the new player skill tree, and this is going to be updating as well, too. That is huge. All right, we also have the Template Hammer, the Tech Bunker, and the Dark Tech Cosmetics. So those are the things that we've already got. Well, we already got initially when it first came out, which is so awesome. All right. All right. Hey, everybody, this is joining. I'm sorry, there's a lot of you. I can't really call out everybody. Hey, LB. Hey, thanks for the Prime sub, Jenny. I really appreciate that. All right. Also, if you guys want a different viewing experience, I'm also streaming over on Twitch as well. All right, so let's see. Now we've also gotten the Elder Claw. The Elder Claw, I mean, everybody's already thoroughly covered this, which is just great. And then we also had the Ocedon released last month. That right there was pretty dang huge. Now let's get into the new stuff. All right. All right, plunge through the icy heart of darkness in ASA's first massive canonical expansion. Discover a new narrative-driven world, unlock powerful skill trees, befriend exotic tames, wear cursed gear tiers. Ooh, that sounds so good. Master new building systems and build a command an army as you seek to dethrone the Lost King. Man, okay, I'm getting chills. Are you guys getting chills? I'm getting chills just thinking about this, just reading this out. Man, there's everything in Ark is literally changing. And it's, oh man, it's so good. It just looks so good. If they pull this off, man, Ark is definitely changing. All right. The end of the arcs, the genesis of a new saga. And I know exactly what I mean, if you guys know exactly what they're talking about. It's the end of the original set, and it's the start of the new trilogy. So it's Lost Colony, Genesis 1, and Genesis 2. And that's what that line refers to. All right. Plunge through the icy heart of darkness as you reunite with old legends while rekindling hope for the next generation. Ark Lost Colony bridges the gap between Extinction and Ark 2 with the most ambitious narrative experience in the franchise's history. Sounds so cool. Your journey returns you to the beginning, Eret Prime, the site of humanity's final stand. You awaken in the Necrocene, a brutal post-cataclysmic era where the Earth's southern pole has been plunged into eternal night. Buried within the deep snow, the metropolis of the Lost Colony clings to existence beneath energy shields, powered by the radioactive warmth of the red element. Okay, so the metropolis, because there's going to be cities in this, and it's going to be just one city, one massive city that you can go through and then vie for territorial control, or is it going to be separate cities? I actually think it's going to be one city. All right. And then it has a big energy shield on it, much like Extinction did with the energy shield for the different biomes. Man, that seems so cool. Thanks, William. Not keep me too informed, but not too informed. Well, no, it's just one of those things. I just don't want to go. I mean, honestly, when it comes to the leaks, it's probably just it's my hesitancy. Also, yeah, I maybe call it laziness. I don't know. All right. Okay, so caught between the tyrannical order of the Lost Kings and the creeping violent corruption of an old enemy, you must navigate a world of gothic horror and advanced science. From the jagged craters of the tundra to the bioluminescent canopy of the Twilight Forest and into the depths of the Lost City itself. Every inch of the map tells a story of survival at any cost. Will you cling to your humanity, or will you undergo the turning to become the monster this place demands you to be? So I have a feeling that either you'll have the option to do either to stay on the light side or switch over to the opposing faction. So that's the dark side. But are you able to switch back? Is there going to be some sort of a grind mechanic that you can do to be able to switch back? But then again, honestly, I mean, are you going to you cling to your humanity or undergo the turning? Is there going to be a way to turn back? That's one of the big things. But does the dark side have cookies? You know they have cookies. I mean, come on. All the good places have cookies. I'm just saying. I'm hearing lots of red text, right? Oh, man. Oh, I mean, honestly, if they make it so where you can't switch back, they're gonna have to allow multiple characters eventually. Because you know when it first comes out, there's gonna be things that they didn't expect. There's gonna be play styles people did not expect, and so eventually, over the next couple months, they'll be doing fine tuning and patches and stuff like that. Because I mean, honestly, no plan ever survives release. I'm just saying, no game ever, no original game concept ever survives the release to the public, because how the players decide they want to play in the sandbox that's created, well, that's determined by the players. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, and so I have a feeling they'll be changing things because, you know, once things comes out. All right, so the next-gen fidelity. All right, you guys can see this, right? Okay. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, Ark Lost Colony delivers a spectacle of light and shadow. Infiltrate the Lost King's stronghold, a majestic gothic fortress designed with dense street layouts and imposing shadow-drenched courtyards, perfect for intense urban combat. Marvel at the Caldera, a massive dormant volcano crater where geothermal vents feed steam into the city below. Carve paths through the deformable snow that reacts to every footstep and physically falls from trees. Ooh. That sounds cool. That's going to be very, very immersive if you're playing this in first person. That's going to be pretty cool. Witness the aurora borealis ignite the flora of the Twilight Forest and brace against dynamic blizzards that freeze the very air around you. That is so cool. Oh, man. I may have to do a first-person only playthrough of this just so where I can see just how immersive it's going to be. Because with the way the dynamic weather is going to work, with the snow falling, the rain that they already have. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds cool. Everspock's first contact with the enemy. That is true. That is very, very true. All right. Perhaps the turning is endgame-ish. I think it may be, the turning may be, I mean, honestly, they could do it like there's like an item that you turn or a certain faction, because Ark's never really had factions, but with the inclusion, and we'll get into it later, with humans or thralls, that maybe there is a faction-based system that they have, or they'll just have it in the skill tree where you go through and you click on a skill, you grind out a skill, and you just go, okay, I want to take this path of the skill tree, and then it's like, oh, that's the dark side. It's like, okay, I guess I'm dark. I hope they don't do it that way, but I have a feeling they might. All right. The story of Necrocene is told through new mediums, a cinematic saga. All right. Animated sequences by Mappa. Experience explosive, action-packed anime cutscenes created by Japan's acclaimed studio Mappa, starring Michelle Yeoh as the legendary warrior Mei Yin. Oh man, that sounds really, really cool. Let's see. Cinematic performance capture. Immerse yourself in emotional, high-fidelity CGI story sequences brought to life with Unreal Engine 5 metahuman technology, starring Madeline Madden as Helena Walker and Alil Carvalho as Mika. I totally just mangled that. I am so sorry. And Carl Urban as the legendary Bob. Oh, man. Bob's making his return. We all knew it was going to happen. Bob's making his comeback. All right? You know, I have a feeling when it all comes down to the Genesis, when we get to the end of Genesis 2, they better have a twist, a spin on Bob. So where, you know, Bob's like, you know, it's like Jar Jar Binks as the Sith Lord. I'm just saying. All right, we need to have some sort of major twist for Bob. I'm not saying that's the twist it needs, but it needs a twist. All hail Bob. Absolutely. The neural intrusion. You are not alone in your head. As the infection spreads, the Lost King, voiced by Keith David, and Edmund Rockwell, voiced by David Tennant, both amazing, will invade your thoughts, taunting your failures and commenting on the actions in real time. That is so cool. All right. I mean, I always knew there were additional things in my head, and this confirms it. Now I'm going to have Keith David and David Tennant inside of my head. It's going to get really crowded in there. All right. The Engram Codex. Unlock fully voiced character conversations by completing Lost Colony milestones. Recover battlefield sigils to trigger JRPG-inspired dialogue sequences between Helena, Mei Yin, Diana Alteris, voiced by Katie Sackhoff, and other characters. This, oh man, they are going in a direction that this sounds really, really cool. All right. Honestly, I'm thinking it sounds more like, you know how in Conan, when you go to the, in Conan Exiles, when you go to the main city and there are a couple different NPCs that you could talk to and you can actually do things for. I'm hoping it's much more in-depth than that. It's a big leap for Ark because Ark's never had anything like that before. But also with this stuff that's going into it, it lets us know some of the technologies and some of the development pathways they are heading down as we lead into Ark 2. So all of this stuff that they're doing to this right here, just know that they're most likely doing it in tandem with Ark 2's development. And oh man, that just gives me so many chills. It's so great. And how long is it releasing? It's supposed to be releasing at 8 p.m. tonight. I won't be streaming all the way up until then, but I always do a waiting room whenever we're doing stuff whenever we're waiting for the expansion to come out, and that's what we're doing now. And honestly, we've got a bunch of cool stuff to talk about while we're doing this. So yeah. Is David Tennant the same actor that voiced Rockwell? He sure is. Yep. Hey Jay, how you doing? Necrosine is in Resurrected Undead. Yes. Yeah, there's going to be vampires and undead system in the new expansion, from what I gather, and it actually seems like it's going to be wicked, wicked cool. All right, Living Lore. Uncover the dark history of Eric Prime through fully voiced explorer notes and dossiers straight from the journals of Darius Anthem, the Lost King, and the mad scientist Sir Edmund Rockwell. Hey, Leica. Hey, Aerosong. Hey, Dragger. Hey, I'm so sorry I haven't been able to specifically call out everybody this morning, but I hope everybody's having a good morning. Hey, Turbo. Ready for Lost Colony release next week? Next weekend. Ah, dude. Yep. All right. Let's get into the key features because there's some cool ones here. All right, everybody, grab some more coffee. Coffee. You're good? All right. Thanks, man. All right. The Lost King's Dominion infiltrate a majestic, tiered Gothic metropolis that stands as a daunting monument to the Lost King's power. Heavily guarded by the Thrall army, this dark dominion is safe for the docile and obedient, but aggression will generate hostility, drawing the relentless attention of the patrols. So, this is going to be like the city in Conan Exiles, where if you go into it peacefully, they're just going to let you wander around and talk to people and stuff like that. But the moment you start actually getting aggressive, they're going to respond in kind. Man, this is something Ark has never done before, and it's been needed for a long, long time. Oh yeah, hey Ice Ferret, how you doing, dude? Will there be both cosmetic items and player skins? I believe so. Also, remember, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. And also, one thing that I've noticed in here is, as we get down a little bit further into this, a lot of things that are currently mods now, it looks like they're incorporating a lot of that concept from some of the mods into the base game, which, to me, is amazing. Goth cosmetic items? I would imagine so. Yeah, probably. Yeah, new territory for Wildcard. It is. It really is completely new territory for Wildcard, and I am really excited for it. It'll probably be, just so everybody knows, it'll probably be rocky and bumpy for the first little bit as they get into it. In that, or they just knock it out of the park. I mean, they could actually just knock it out of the park the moment it launches, and I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm very hopeful that that'll happen. But like I said earlier, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So yeah, determined by how the players respond to it and how the players react and how they decide how they want to tackle the content that's put in there. Yeah. Yeah, it should be kind of cool. Which community crunch am I reading? I'm not. I'm reading the Steam webpage that they just updated last night. Okay, the tundra, navigate the map's perimeter. Okay, so the entire perimeter of the map is going to have a big frozen tundra, a desolate Arctic expanse scarred with craters and debris from a large fallen ark that crashed back to Earth. Okay, so the outer bit, like say on the island, the outer bit is water. On this, the outer bit is going to be a tundra before we get to the zone border on the edges. All right. Twilight Forest and Mountains, a fantasy boreal nightmare where the bioluminescent flora reacts dynamically to the auroras overhead. As you ascend, the forest thins into craggy peaks and knife-edged rocky spires. Oh man, think of the redwoods on the island, but injected with aberration. Oh, that sounds wicked cool. The Dark Forest, a twisted, foreboding woodland that serves as the gateway to the map's more dangerous zones. Okay, and then from there, we're going to be getting into the Dark Forest, which is, it ramps up significantly in difficulty before it gets to even the more thing, which is the dangerous zones. All right, so is there going to be a light side and a dark side? All right, the Dark Forest, oh, no, I already read that one. The Caldera. All right, journey into the heart of the collapsed volcanic crater. This dynamic sunken pit is the city's power core, where superheated water channels geothermal energy upward, feeding the Gothic metropolis with radiant heat. As its center looms a colossal megalithic ring, a sacred ritual site consecrated by the lost king. At its center looms the colossal megalithic ring. Okay, so the Caldera is the city's power. Is this going to be in the center of the city? Is that what I'm seeing? That's probably going to be where the final boss fight is going to be, is the Caldera, the center of the Caldera, where we fight the Lost King. Oh, man. And I have a feeling if you go light side, you're going to be removing the Lost King. And if you play as the dark side, you're going to be overthrowing the Lost King. Oh, man, that sounds so cool. Yeah, what's up? We're getting geysers and hot springs. That is right, Jay. Yeah, much like the ones in, I would imagine the ones in Extinction. So we do a ritual to summon the boss. Yeah, that's probably just like how, you know, you do every other boss fight. But I have a feeling it's probably going to be something more akin to the Tech Cave than it will be just, you know, throw a bunch of stuff inside of, inside of the obelisk terminal and then press go and then you get teleported. I hope that they do the Tech Cave kind of style, so where you have to go fight through a bunch of the Lost King's denizens and then finally reach the Lost King. I don't know. I mean, if you could get in there and do like, you know, an emote to get in there. We could do like some scary dance or some evil emotes. You know, I'm fine with this. Wonder if the turning takes place at Central Megalithic Ring. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. Dark Forest might be the Redwoods, but the Extinction Corruption. Yeah, exactly. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on chat here really quick. Are you saying the players are the enemy of Wildcard? I guess I am, Turbo. But then again, when it comes around, it's not really the enemy per se, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that. These changes are completely intense. Now, I wonder how much of a ripple effect is going to happen across the other maps, because now that this is vanilla in the base game, I really see no purpose for them not to include like warring factions on the island. You know, that could be kind of cool. Populate some of the ruins, like that big section of ruins that's right over in between the volcano and the Metal Mountain, right south of the of the winter biome. That big giant ruins that's been in there for a long time. Put people there. That'd be kind of cool. Now, I wonder if these people actually are going to build up things, or are they just going to be inside of the ruins? So, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is released today. Yeah, fighting Nerva's new legion on the island. Exactly. Yeah. Because I see no reason, because now that we're clones, all right, I see no reason for them to not have NPC clones that are on the island that found the old missives from Nerva and then took it as gospel or something of the sort, and then decided to prop up Nerva and be like, yes, these other survivors, we're fighting against them. So, that actually seems very, very cool. All right, aberrant crash sites. Venture into hazardous toxic sludge environments where debris from crashed aberrant arcs crashed aberrant arc has corrupted the landscape, twisting flora and fauna into radioactive nightmares and avoid the bubbling pools of corrupted liquid Edmondium. Okay, so we have two different arc crash sites. We have the one that created the tundra, and then we have the aberration arc that crashed, and then around that one we're going to have Edmondium, or the liquid element. Oh man, that sounds wicked cool. Good Fu versus evil Fu, right? Your 4090 is already warm. Tell me about it, man. Oh yeah. Okay, denizens of the Necroscene. Okay, let's scroll up here a little bit so you guys still see the headline and everything. All right. Veilwind, a playful fox familiar whose presence is a rare beacon of comfort in the eternal night. This loyal companion subdues predators with a chilling cryogenetic bite and creates localized wormholes to summon its pack for protection, but its true potential lies in your hands to evolve. So everybody knows the Veilwind. There we go. There's the Veilwind. All right, now the Solwind. Okay, this is one of its evolutions. All right, it's got two evolutions: the Solwind, the Maulwind. But then again, they've already released this information before. But we're gonna read this. Keep NPCs to the new map. You know, Jay, if they had like just a little toggle that they could say, would you spawn NPC characters on map. That way there you could play it with or without. You could play the old way or you could play the new way. That would be ideal. So where if you're setting up a server, you could just be like, okay, we don't want NPCs on this map, so we'll leave that toggle turned off. But if we want them, we just turn it on, and it just enables the spawning of the NPCs around the runes. That could be wicked cool if they could set up something like that. Your wild card. That would be amazing if you could set up a toggle for servers for, you know, the old maps where the runes are. I know you may have to go back through and set up the runes as a spawnable area for them. Thank you. But if you could actually make it a toggle for the all the additional maps where you could play the old way with them, and then the new way with NPCs that spawn on them. The NPCs that are like the ones from Lost Colony. That would be wicked cool. Hey, Random Blathering, thanks for the resub. 21 months. Hey, yeah. Lost Colony release day. Hell yeah. Okay, witness the miraculous transformation as the Veilwind consumes Volpite, ascending to become the majestic Solwind. So you have to find Volpite. That's what you do for the evolution. Acting as a mobile sanctuary, it defies the cold while carrying you across glacial terrain and scaling sheer ice cliffs. Its enhanced healing factor revitalizes both Mount and Master in the wastes. Command its cryokinesis to forge vital ice bridges, or empower your next decisive strike with a surge of strength and speed. Okay, so this right here. All right, once you have a Veilwind, I have a feeling Veilwind are going to be all the way around the tundra. And then Volpite will probably be, I mean, maybe if they've got like caves or something like that where the Volpite stuff spawns, that you can grab it and you can feed it to your Solwind to get it to evolve. I have a feeling there's going to be like a breeding timer kind of system where you have to, you have to start the evolution, and then you can't leave it for a certain amount of time, and you like have to like imprint it while it's going through its evolution. I'm not sure. I'm only guessing here, but that would make sense. Hey, how's it going? Something this big has come out. It's been a long time since Ark has had a release like this. All right. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. What if there are vendors? That's a good point. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, well, we'll cover that. They'll be talking about the red element here soon. All right, so Maulwind. All right, born from corruption, the Maulwind is the embodiment of malice, existing solely for threat elimination. Its very presence is a curse. It uses teleabsorbative abilities. Okay, that one took me a little bit. all right, to slow regenerative processes. So it can slow down the healing of other things, inducing sluggish. Oh, it puts torpor, the legitimate what torpor actually is. All right, induce sluggishness or malaise, and weaken its prey. This is the EverQuest shaman of Ark. All right, unlike its benevolent cousin, the Malwyn cannot climb or forge ice bridges. Instead, it slides across the frozen waste, vanishing and striking from afar with potent teleportation. Okay, so this one right here, if you are traveling across the tundra and you need to be able to create the bridges and stuff to be able to travel, you're going to want to be on a Solwyn. But if you're going to be on a Malwyn, you'll just teleport across. And instead, it slides across the frozen waste. Okay, all right. So there's going to be born from corruption. How are you going to... So you're going to have to corrupt your Veilwind in order to evolve it into that. The other one, you feed it the Volpite to transform, to evolve into the Solwyn. This one right here, you're going to have to corrupt your Veilwind to change into a Malwyn. That's kind of cool. Element corruption. I'm thinking red element. Yeah. Got to get a Firestone, right? Man, you love your EverQuest Shaman? Oh, dude, I used to main an EverQuest Shaman for years, man. That was my jam. EverQuest Shaman could solo anything. All right, it was great. All right, Ocedon. Weaponize the Arctic. This monstrous primate turns sub-zero temperatures into devastating weaponry. Dominate the battlefield by spitting cryogenetic spikes to slow advancing enemies, or crush them by propelling massive rolling ice wrecking balls. The vomit. Yeah, it's the Ocedon vomit. All right, bond with the beast to unlock a unique symbiosis, a shared affinity so profound it physically reshapes the creature, dynamically morphing its frame to match its attributes. Now, see, that's the thing that we haven't really seen so far in the game, at least not that I'm aware of, where it morphs and everything like that. But yeah. Corrupted nodules. Hey, don't you talk about my corrupted nodules like that. I'm just saying. All right. A man's corrupted nodules are his own business. Right? Yeah, we'll get to the Gloon here soon. Yep. Gloon is next, actually. Everybody, coffee. All right, Gloon, a fever dream made manifest by the mad scientist Edmund Rockwell. So he's the creator of the Gloon. All right, this floating grotesque is a gift that carries a terrible curse. The Gloon manipulates the spectrum with terrifying precision. It can warp light to vanish into thin air or contract its bulbous ocular sacs. Okay. Wildcard just made me say bulbous ocular sacs. Think about that. To unleash searing laser beams, a master of trickery, wriggling its glowing pupils to mesmerize the weak-minded, but beware its spite. A single glob of its bilious spit will drive nearby aberrations and creatures into an uncontrollable, bloodthirsty frenzy. So it's like a rare flower for the aberrant creatures. Oh man, that sounds cool. I said it with such enthusiasm before noticing it, right? It spits rare flowers, right? It's like, hey, you want to be mad at me? Hawk Tua, right? Okay, so, all right, now we get into the Desmodus, because we all knew the Desmodus was going to be here, all right? We've known this. We've been speculating on the Desmodus for a while, all right? But it gets even better. Yeah, thank you for the rare flowers, right? All right. Okay, Desmodus. The Master of the Night returns. This terrifying vampire bat thrives in its eternal darkness of the Necrocene. Use its echolocation to hunt prey across pitch black skies, latch onto cavern walls to ambush enemies from the shadows, and craft the potent sanguine elixir to enthrall even the most stubborn beasts. So the Desmodus in its entirety, yes, from Fjordur, is now being released into Lost Colony. I mean, we speculated it for a long time. This is confirmation. Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, that sounds great. I wonder if the taming mechanic is the same, where you have to feed it your dinosaurs, and I wonder if the Moshops method still works. YouTube video incoming. I'm just saying. All right. Okay, here, give me a minute on this one. Cryolophosaurus. Okay, I think I nailed that one. First try. All right. Anatomy meets artillery. This predator turns the elements into ammunition, slurping up snow and water to fuel its biological cannon, launch a volley of narcotic sludge to sedate heavy targets, or exhale a freezing mist that coats your allies in protective ice. In the heat of the hunt, the predator kicks into overdrive, igniting a hyper-metabolic trance that grants it terrifying speed and turns its jaws into instruments of bone-chilling destruction. Okay, so launch. Okay, so the predator turns elements into ammunition. So it can absorb the cold, and it slurps up the snow and the water. Okay, launching a volley of necrotic sludge to sedate heavy targets, or exhale a freezing mist that coats your allies in protective ice. Much like the owl. Now, are the owls going to be on the map? Because it would really make sense to have owls, the snow owls from Extinction, on this map. It would absolutely make sense. It's from Arc Editions? Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, probably. It probably will have a bar or a meter down below it that you have to fill, so where you can power your things. All right. The Giga Desmodus. Now, this is the stuff of nightmares, all right? The true king of the Chiroteran skies. Chiropteran? Chiroteran? That would be Chiropteran. Or if they really wanted to emphasize the Terran. Huh. Okay. This colossal serves as a flying fortress, capable of hauling behemoths or a mobile command center on its back. It dominates the battlefield by raining down red element-infused blood to decimate foes from afar, or delivering a devastating tail execution to anyone foolish enough to challenge its reign. Chiropteran? Okay, that could be, you know, Chiropteran could be the proper pronunciation for it. That does make sense, yeah. And they put the bat wings on it. Can you just see that? Putting the bat wings on a Giga, you've got just a Giga roar, with tiny little bat wings just fluttering. All right, I know that's not what this is, but that would be hilarious, all right? Just the tiny little bat wings. All right, but you have to say it like that. Tiny little bat wings. All right, so this colossal serves as a flying fortress. Okay, so capable of hauling behemoths and mobile. So you can build on its back. So this is going to be another Titan. It dominates the battlefield by raining down red element-infused blood. So, like, it beats people by bleeding on them. Okay. Okay, so this, it sounds like it's going to be another, like, Desert Titan almost, but it pees blood everywhere. Yeah. Don't leak the Giga DLC info, right? I mean, come on. That would be so cool, though. a big giant Giga with tiny little wings off its back. All right, the Orlax, a telekinetic dragon. All right, now this right here, this is the Chinese dragon. All right. Matter of fact, they already leaked this a little bit ago on the Survive the Ark website. With the bleeding, it may be closer to the Astrocetus. You are probably correct. Yeah. Look what I can do. It's just, imagine, it's just a big, the Gigo Desmodus is just a big, giant, flying, squishy toy. You squish it and blood. Okay, that's really creepy. All right. I'm just saying. All right, the Orlax. All right, a telekinetic dragon that floats with eerie grace, embodying the celestial balance of yin and yang. Prove your worth to the Serpentine Guardian to hatch it from its chrysalis, then master its duality. Warp reality to protect, heal, and levitate allies, or crush enemies with gravity and death. Command the heavens with a mount whose massive coils can airlift 2 creatures simultaneously. Oh. This is the new Wyvern. Okay, so it embodies the yin and the yang. So are you going to have to... are you going to have to... I mean, is this dragon going to have a naughty and a nice list? Is that what I'm seeing? So if you're naughty, then you can crush your enemies to death with, gravity. Or if you're on the nice list, you can protect and heal and levitate people. I have a feeling this is going to be it. It's going to be the naughty and the nice dragon. So yeah, it's the Christmas dragon. It's the Xmas dragon. There you go. Yeah, how big of a creature is... I have a feeling... if the Orlax is anything like a wyvern, I would imagine it'll probably be the same size as wyverns. Yeah. It's the Diplodocus of the sky, right? You've always wanted a dragon, right? Yeah, it sounds like it has 2 modes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Thralls. The Lost Kings bioengineered... Oh, you guys can't see that. Okay. All right, the Lost Kings bioengineered workforce. So these are the clones that aren't really clones. All right, so while Helena and them went off to unlock... Well, they didn't go off. They spawned on the island. They worked through the Overseer, and then they initiated the cloning system to create the clones on the other arcs. While back on Earth, the Lost King, he bioengineered his own system of clones. It may be a diversion of the same technology. Matter of fact, this may be why the Earth decided that the Earth was corrupted to such an extent that they had to launch the arcs in the first place. Because this is the way things were going. And then they launched with the true cloning technology, or the corrupted cloning technology that was free of element, or free of the corrupted element, while the Lost King stayed on Earth, and the arcs weren't meant to return to Earth until the Lost King, or all of his corruption that he had put on the planet, was ended. That kind of makes sense from a storyline. Honest take, do I like the name Thralls? It really doesn't matter if I like the name Thralls. If you're using it as subjugation, that's what they are. But yeah. Man, you're going to need 2 saves. I know. I was just thinking that. If they don't allow you to do multiple saves on the same map with this, they're doing themselves a disservice. So where you could play one way or you could play another way. Yeah, so you can just flip between the multiple saves. That would be super cool, because right now you can only have a single save per map. But with this right here, it does seem like it is leaning towards where you need to have multiple saves. Thank you, David. Appreciate it, man. Are they the same as the other faction from the first R2 trailer? That may be. That may be. Who knows? Why multiple saves? So where you can play as the good side or the bad side, and without having to mix min match, or without having to min max or go balance in between the two of them. We don't know yet, Ghost. When is Lost Colony? 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight. So we've got 10 hours. Yeah. Okay, Thralls. The Lost King's bioengineered workforce. Unlike wild dinos, these intelligent soldiers wield weapons, wear armor, and use personal teleporters to defend their masters. So, okay, so quick question. If we are taking these guys out, do they drop the armor they're wearing? All right, build your own legion by earning their trust in defense outposts or forcing their submission by raiding their strongholds in attack outposts. Command them into the battle and even take control of them directly. Your thralls can be used for various essential management tasks, such as resource harvesting or base maintenance. So they're like Survivor Mate. Thrall set up. I have a feeling this is going to be a much more like the Conan Exile system, and I am really digging that. That's something that Ark has needed for a long time, is because, I mean, face it, the system that they had in Conan Exiles, it was good, but Ark always had the ability to do some pretty cool stuff with it. They just needed a human in there, or a humanoid in there. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I really hope they knock it out of the park with that one, because that right there, the addition of Thralls to Ark really, really changes the game. I mean, really changes the game. Am I GMT +1? No, I'm I can't do the math on it right now. Maybe. But yeah. Lost Colony does release, because right now we're just at about 10 a.m. And so, yeah, GMT -8. There we go. Thank you very much, Spectus. Appreciate it. Yeah, GMT +1, that's Sweden, right? Yeah, there you go, Silver. Thank you. If they're wearing armor, I would not count on it being dropped. See, that's one of the things, because a lot of games, and a lot of games have it so where, you know, if somebody is wearing the armor, they are actually in possession of that armor, and when you neutralize them, then you can loot said armor from them, which means that finding certain ones that wear specific types of armor is a viable farming location. But then again, on servers, those became the hotspots because everybody wants that dropped armor. Now they could go the other route, where instead of dropping armor, they drop trophies like, you know, Raptors do currently in Ark. It could go either way. Some games do it, some games don't. I hope they go with the system that if they're wearing it, they drop it. So, yeah, say, like, if he's going to stab you with a spear in the face, when he's neutralized, you get that spear he was using to stab you in the face. I like that. Are NPCs being added to the island? We don't know yet. Thank you, Dragger. Appreciate that. Okay. Gargoyles. Harvest them at your peril. Oh, hold on. We still weren't all finished talking about thralls, were we? Build your legion by earning their trust in defensive outposts. Okay, so you can find the places where they spawn, and you can build defensive outposts around them. They may have like pre-existing things that you just have to, you know, put in resources to help build the said defenses that they request, or you just go building around them, and then you protect them, and then you slowly incorporate them into them. Or it may just be like there's a pre-existing, like, say, a wall that you have to repair that helps strengthen your faction with that group. Who knows? Sorry, I'm still getting over being sick. Let's see. Gargoyles, harvest them at your peril. These stone sentinels slumber as statues. By disturbing them, awakens a relentless monstrosity. That sounds kind of cool. Hey, Dregger, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that, man. All right. I have a feeling these gargoyles are going to be a lot like the Elden Ring gargoyles, actually. Where they're just standing. And they'll just be kind of doing their own thing. But the moment you either disturb them or the area around them, they come to life and they will gank the living crap out of you. I kind of like that idea. That sounds really, really cool. Baby rock golem, right? I'm taking the word building too literally. No, I'm trying to put it into gameplay mechanics that they would put into the game. I'm not trying to take it too literally. I'm trying to understand how they do it. Because you have to take the gameplay mechanics that we currently have in Ark and apply them to how they have manipulated them, and then figure out exactly what their wording means. So it's down to interpretation. So I don't think I'm taking building too literally, because it says defensive outposts right here, which means, yeah. So you could either help them defend or you can attack them. So I think there's one of the two different ways. All right. Neophytes. Feral bat-like abominations standing in as tall as a Gigantopithecus. Okay, these are the guys that fought Mei Yin. Acting as the city's antibodies, they descend from the shadows to purge anyone generating hostility. So these are the city guards. Do not rely on your army to save you. These monsters possess a mutated hide nearly immune to creature attacks, forcing you to draw your own weapons and face them blade to claw. Okay, so these ones right here. Oh, okay. These guys right here. Remember way back when Ark 2 was originally announced, and they said there was going to be Souls-like combat in Ark 2. This is how they get people ready for that. Now, is there going to be a dodge mechanic that they're going to put in? I hope there is. If they do this where you have to fight and they don't put in a dodge mechanic, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. Because if they could get people used to the neophytes and the combat that's required for the neophytes in Lost Colony, this right here could be a good stepping stone to get people actually okay with Souls-like combat. Because you can't take an Ark player and be like, bam, there's Souls-like combat. You just can't because they're not used to it. You have to slowly get them used to the idea and comfortable with the idea. And I think this is how they're doing it. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Koa. Yeah, as a primary solo player, the Thrall system is wicked exciting to me. Yeah, and I do agree. It depends on how in-depth it is. Yeah, exactly. All right. But then again, I have a feeling that Arc 2's Souls-like combat, or quote, Souls-like combat, will be Souls-like light. You know, L-I-T-E. So, yeah. Or Souls-light combat. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be, you know, like you're playing Elden Ring or something like that. I really don't. I think it'll be more like probably less than, say, Enshrouded. Enshrouded, it gets kind of close, but yeah, probably not as much. Dang it. You're still a Valheim main? Oh, that's fair. Valheim's fun. Let's see. Revenants. Twisted, mindless remnants of thralls and dinos that have been infected by liquid Edmundium. These purple-hued monstrosities swarm the ruins in massive hordes, overwhelming survivors with sheer numbers. These are the corrupted dinos and stuff from Extinction. That's what the Revenants are. I have a feeling they're just going to be reskinned versions of those. Which makes sense. I mean, there's no reason for them not to reskin them. Did I spill my coffee? No, I drank the last of my coffee. The coffee's all gone. I know, Dixie. I'm upset too. Okay, I will have to go make myself another cup of coffee here in a minute. All right. Right? Everybody F for the cup of coffee. I'm just saying. It will be remembered. Right? But why is the coffee gone? Exactly. Is there whiskey in your coffee? Maybe later, maybe for tonight's stream, because you know tonight we're coming back for another full stream as we go and we explore the map. We're going to be doing that. The moment Lost Colony comes out, I will be going live again later tonight. So yeah. We're going to get in there and we're going to, did it evaporated? No. I drank the living crap out of it. So yeah. Is it delayed again? It was delayed until 8 p.m. They announced that last night. They've been really upfront about announcing the thank you for the Fs. They've been really upfront about and very transparent about announcing when the release date is, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, it's a lot better than the old system. Like, hey, yeah, stay tuned to Twitter because we may have, oh yeah, it's delayed by another 2 hours, which means 5 hours, which could mean 4 hours. But then again, it's technically 8 hours. And then, oh, there's another tweet. So we're going on till tomorrow. Yeah, the old system did not work. This new system they've got going, while they do still need additional time, I'm glad they're just being upfront and being like, hey, we need a couple more hours, 8 p.m. There we go. How much time for Lost Colony? Right now, we are at 10 hours until Lost Colony is released. I didn't spill no coffee. Don't you be cursing me like that, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that curse on me. All right. Command the Legion, Thrall Mastery. Recruit the Damned. Right? Let's see. Recruit the Damned. Choose your path to power. Earn the trust in your king's soldiers by defending them against remnant hordes in defensive outposts. Okay, so earn the trust of the king's soldiers by defending them against the remnant holders in defense outposts or crushing the resistance in attack outposts. Okay, so I don't know how they're doing this outpost thing. We're just going to have to wait and see. I mean, 10 hours till we have to figure out what's going on with these, right? To force their submission, whether through loyalty or fear, these soldiers join your ranks to be leveled up like any other elite creature. So there's going to be 2 taming methods for these guys. Hopefully it works, right? Spectus. Jeez, dude. I'm going to be the nicest and most benevolent evil person ever. Right? I will win their loyalty with hugs and spears, right? Tactical modes. Automate your survival with 3 distinct behaviors. Set thralls to guard mode to patrol and defend your perimeter. Logistics mode to automatically sort and organize your base inventories. Oh, they know me. Oh, everything in the smithy, and these guys are going to fix it for me. Oh, you see that, Jay? Look, I can throw all of my stuff in the smithy, and the thralls are going. I can just assign a couple thralls to sort everything for me. It's going to be amazing. And then I can use the pull it mod to pull everything back into the smithy when I'm ready. All right, and then a harvest mode to gather specific resources while you explore. That's cool. It's not laziness, Jay. Right? Exactly, Aaron. Put that in there just for you. Now get sorted, Thrall. Right? Dump chest, exactly. It's more like a dump smithy. Yeah, it is. It's very much efficiency. You go through, you set it up once, dump everything into your smithy when you come back from your adventures, and then you go back out on more adventures without having to worry about anything. You know, like the thralls deal with all the rest. I mean, I'm just saying. Exactly. Koa, you know me so well. I'm gonna walk up and just be like, I have pants and coffee. Let's be buds. Exactly. See, and that's how you lure in all the thralls. Oh, whatever, Jay. Yeah, that's probably true, but still. Right? Well, tomorrow, that's why. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. All right, so harvest to gather specific resources while you explore. Total possession. Assume direct control of any thrall in your army via neural link. With no limits on range or duration. You can use your expendable lives to scout lethal territory or equip them with your own high-tier weaponry to turn the tide in battle. That is... Okay, so yeah, this thrall system, I so hope they knock this out of the park. I so do. The ability to take control of them is going to be an absolute game changer. All right. Hey, wildcard. Hey, really quick. All right. Hey, lean in close here for a minute. If you're watching, I would appreciate this. Okay. Hey, wildcard. When you're balancing these, and we all know you're going to, all right? When you balance them, okay? Balance for PvP and then for PvE. Don't do the same at the same time. All right? So when people figure out that they can remotely control their PvP thralls and they set up independent little hidey holes and rat holes that are filled with thralls so where they can stand in the back and then grab one at a time or grab have a couple PvPers, grab a couple at a time and do bum rushes against bases. When you balance that, and you will, don't balance PvE. Thank you. Okay. Okay, class warfare. Now that we've got that said, all right. Okay. Each thrall belongs to a specialized combat class with distinct visuals, heavy natural armor, and a signature class weapon. While they cannot wear survivor armor, their innate resilience, firepower make them a force to be reckoned with. Okay. So I have a feeling we have an answer to the armor they drop. They drop specialized armor that is only specific to thralls. They have heavy natural armor. Okay, so they're not going to drop armor at all. They're just going to have natural armor, like the Shadow Main, the Pyro Main, the the dire, the Elder Claw, and then they are going to have a weapon, but you're not going to be able to wield that weapon. Okay, all right. That does make sense. So they're not going to drop any of their stuff. But a couple thralls on wyverns. Oh, dude. But like, because you know what's going to happen if you can put thralls on wyverns or thralls on the the new Cloud Dragon. If you can put thralls on those and just have them just flying up above the area and then have somebody down below remotely controlling them from any distance, you will have groups of people having just fields of these guys to take down enemy bases. And then when one of them dies, they're just going to grab another one and then go back down. Yeah. And then crash, right. And then crash. All right. Traits. Just like your tames, thralls can earn unique traits that enhance your combat performance and open deeper customization pathways to your infantry. So you could be literally a mad scientist with a gene scanner sitting out there having a row of thralls being like, all right, I want to take this from you and stick that in you and take this from you, stick that in you, but then take these ones from you and then stick that in you. Hey, bend over here really quick. We got to get it in the left butt cheek. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I had a quick read-through flight, but now I'm actually doing a deep dive, and a lot of this stuff I didn't get in my quick once-over. Will this need the gene scanner, though? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there'll be new items in it because having this in there and then forcing you to pay for Bob's Tall Tales for the gene scanner, that's not going to sit right with everybody, so they're going to have an item that allows you to do that. Yeah. Okay. Beast Riders. Get to here so you guys can see it. All right, thralls are trained for war, not companionship. Order these elite forces to seize the reins of your beasts, transforming primal creatures into disciplined war machines piloted by cold, calculating executioners. Okay. Once again, wildcard, when you balance these, and you will, please separate PvP from PvE when you're balancing. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, very important question. Can you breed thralls? Yes, but that only goes on specific websites, and you have to be a certain age to be able to view it. Sorry. All right, survivor enhancements. Your leadership defines their strength. Will it be blurred? I hope so, right? All right, survivor enhancements. Your leadership defines your strength. Invest in the Beastmaster skill tree to unlock passive buffs such as Husk Resilience and Violence Made Manifest, which boost the damage and defense of every thrall you command. Oh, man. That's right. Everybody, everybody, all right? When you're setting up your YouTube account, you actually have to have it attached to an Only Thralls account. So where when you're doing the thrall breeding, it has to be put over through there and then age verified. I'm just saying. All right. All right. There's going to be a skill. There already is a skill tree. Yeah, there. If you did the Lost Colony expansion pass, the pre-order, you have access to the skill tree, and then this right here, it enhances the skills. It adds more skills to the skill tree. Which, honestly, I was hoping they did that. I hope they. I mean, I was saying back when they first put in the skill tree, I was hoping they expanded on it when Lost Colony came out. Gave us ones to play around with while we're waiting on it. But then when Lost Colony came out, enhance it and increase some of it. So I'm glad they did that. I think it's great. Adding more stuff to it so where people aren't completely maxed out when they move over. Yeah. Oh yeah, Hollow. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what everybody comes up with. All right, yep. Let's get into the Gothic engineering items, structures, and cosmetics. There's a lot on this. This is super, super cool. Do you need to fix the template hammer for consoles? Is it broken currently? I wasn't aware of that. Have you seen the newest playthrough? Centerfold? Oh, dude. Oh man, you know, maybe I may have to do a Discord section that's 18 plus where it's got, you know, it call it the play thrall, so people could take unique and individualized screenshots of their thralls doing random weird crap and post it in there. It'll just be funny. But yeah, it's just call it the play thrall. You mean the what? Oh gosh. Can't import templates like PC can. Oh dang, okay. It was only half implemented on oh, that sucks. Why not only thralls, right? We could call it only thralls. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to do something like that. I think that'd be hilarious. All right. Let's see. Fabricated crossbow. And does anybody have you ever had just that one eyelid or eyelash that will just every once in a while it's just out of order and it will tickle the other part of your eye? I've got that going on right now. Why? All right. In the middle of a street. Really? The gall of some eyelashes. My gosh. All right. Fabricated crossbow. A high-tech twist on a classic that supports nearly every bolt, arrow, and harpoon projectile. Switch between classic mode for standard fire, sniper mode for long-range takedowns, or shotgun mode. Ooh, okay. I want to say I hope we're getting the net early. Because that would fit right on that item. Finally, a crossbow that will work. Well, crossbows already work underwater, but yeah. I'll be riding shotgun with my fabricated crossbow, right? Oh, man. Tech Spear, the ultimate melee range hybrid. Master the flow of combat with a blink dash to evade damage. Okay, all right, there's the dodge. The Tech Spear will give you... Why does it have to be tech? Because you can only get tech when you beat the boss. Why do you have to wait until after you've beaten a boss before you have a dodge? Why? Or teleport straight to your thrown weapon. Switch modes to inflict torpor for non-lethal takedowns or raise a defensive field that blocks strikes and deflects incoming projectiles. This is very, very cool, but it's tech. Why tech? Why does it have to be tech? Just give the people a spear that they can use that'll give them the ability to do the hand-to-hand combat without having to raise a boss army. Come on, people. Man. They just don't get it. All right, Hollow Decoy. I mean, make one that's tech and one that's not tech. How about that? I don't know yet. Nobody knows how many bosses there are or anything like that. Wildcard already stated that Lost Colony is not for beginners. Yes, that is fair. That is fair. You are expected to be going from Extinction into Lost Colony. Yeah, which is probably why I will jump from Souling the Ark right into that. I probably incorporate it in there. We already have a non-tech spear. Yes, we do already have a non-tech spear, but it doesn't allow you to dodge. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Or if they could just upgrade the pike to have a move set that allows you to dodge. That would be kind of cool. That would be cool. I'm gonna have to go get something to drink here in a minute. All right. You think there's 3 bosses? That would be kind of cool. If they tried to handle this one more like the island, that would be cool. All right. Hollow Decoy. Deploy a holographic clone of your survivor to distract wild creatures and lure enemies into traps. That would be wicked, wicked cool. Oh, man. I mean, we've all done it. I know I've done it many times. You've all done it where you put your butt on the line. It's like you get into one of those, hey, hold my beer moments. And you're like, everybody's like, how are we going to get it into the trap? And you're like, here, hold my beer. And then you strip off all your armor and you go out there and you feed it your corpse like 5 times until it finally gets into the trap. There you go. Problem solved. That's pretty cool. 3 guardians and a master vampire. I mean, honestly, it would make sense for them to have Lost Colony be more like the island, because the island is the beginning of the original, the original story, and the original. It's not really it's quadrilogy, yeah. And then this is the beginning of the new trilogy, so it would make sense to have Lost Colony be the island for the new expansion pass. Rare flowers. Exactly, Spectus. Yep. Rare flowers for the hold my beer moment. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that sounds cool, Jax. That sounds cool. I really look forward to stuff like that. And don't get me wrong. I really am enjoying the new combat system that they're leaning forward. I just don't see I don't see the point of hiding it behind tech. Hopefully they add certain moveset to certain things. So it's where it allows you to do the combat that they have intended before you reach tech gear. I hope. All right, the Bloodforge, a sinister new crafting station that can repair any item or reinforce it beyond its maximum durability for a price paid in blood. I love that idea. So the price paid in blood, is the price paid your own? Is it Jay coming after me with a pike? Or is it something like baby dinosaurs? If it's something like baby dinosaurs, that could be, I mean, all 3 of those different ideas could be kind of cool. I could just see Jay's like, hey, Flinger, you see this pike? I really like this pike. Come here. So, yeah. It's just blood package, right? Your highest level dino? Oh, that is cruel. Yeah, or is it just blood pack? If it's something as simple as just blood packs, that's silly. Because then you're just going to have people walking around doozy, and draining their blood constantly. So, yeah. Blood packs are absolutely going to be detrimental. They're going to be extremely required on this. But then again, we have the Desmodus. So yeah, the Desmodus generates its own blood pack. So I have a feeling Desmodus is going to be the required flyer for this map. Blood packs on thralls. Ooh, implants would be kind of kooky. Ah, Spectus, that could be kind of cool. Or the Desmodus potion. The Desmodus potions could be kind of cool too. Yeah. The Rockwell will have, but then again, also remember that the Genesis 1, Genesis 2 specifically, well, more specifically in Genesis 1, tech is just everywhere. I mean, hell, on Genesis 2, you start with a tech suit. So they may be going with a more super powered, more high-powered system than the original base game. So yeah. But then again, also I remember the tech bow. Remember when the tech bow first came out and you could use it at level 1? Yeah, that was overpowered then. But they should have, instead of putting it like level 114, 116. Hey, Robert, how you doing, dude? Hey, Alone. Yeah, tech bow was amazing. But they nerfed the crap out of that, but by putting it behind, was it level 114, level 116, something like that. So they made it that you literally had to be the end game of end game before you could use it. And it was just, yeah, not good. I mean, they really, really over nerfed that. Let's see. Yeah, Koa, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it. I may do a fresh playthrough. It doesn't seem like this is for new characters, though. It seems like you are intended to transfer directly to it. All right, the Warbench. Don't throw away low-tier loot. Combine 3 low-quality items to forge a single higher-tier masterpiece. It's about time. I mean, seriously, we've all gotten so many different things from loot drops and such that just sit there and you're like, oh, I'll break these down when I get a grinder. And then they just sit there. And sit there. This is kind of cool. All right, medical stand. Connect this versatile station to nearby creatures to auto-feed narcotics for simplified taming. Administer stimulants or blood packs to restore vital stats, or drain health to generate new supply. Okay, so you have to feed this thing. And then it will either... Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, let's see. Cryo Hospital. A tech tier storage unit that passively grants experience points, provides sustenance, heals, and restores consciousness for creatures stored inside cryopods. It's like the one mod. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like the one modded item with the what is it? Yeah, I'll get to that here in a minute, Jay. Yeah, I saw that too. Hey, Blaze, dude. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, dude. Appreciate it, man. How you doing today, dude? Hey, Jim. Thank you very much, Blaze. Appreciate that, man. All right, so you can cryo unconscious dinos? Maybe. Maybe. All right, shoulder pet display stand and companion bed. This is the one Jay is really looking forward to. All right. Show off your favorite little friends. Place them on wall-mounted or standing displays where they can perform idle animations and watch passersby. Oh, I now have a reason to go out and tame a butt-ton of foos. I'm happy. That sounds great. All right, and also, I mean, I've seen the Foo Fighters do some really amazing stuff with some of the stands and such. Being able to add shoulder pets to that is going to be amazing. Plant Proto-Species R, a twisted carnivorous botanical nightmare native to the frozen wastes. While this indigenous meat plant sits silent in the gloom, it hides a deadly defensive mechanism. Harvesting its resources triggers a silent alarm, instantly drawing a swarm of ravenous revenants from the shadows. And those are the corrupted things. Okay. That's kind of cool. So you're going to want whatever it has for its resources, but you're going to have to be prepared for an attack. That's kind of cool. All right, one sec. All right. Cursed weaponry and armor. Wield the hold on. Wield the forbidden tools of the Necroscene. These twisted variants of Fabricator and Tech tier gear offer unprecedented customization. Ooh, hold on. Hey, Weasel. Thank you very much, Weasel. Dude, 13 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. I passed it? I passed what? No, I didn't pass it. I covered it. Yeah, I covered it, Meg. Yeah. Okay, so this right here, this is going to be wield the forbidden tools of the Necroscene, these twisted variants. One sec, everybody. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. So this is how they bypass the twisted variations of the Fabricator and Tech tier gear offer unprecedented customization, allowing you to equip 2 equipment traits simultaneously with further lethality unlocked via the skill tree. Okay, so the traits from Extinction are being carried over, but they're being expanded upon. That's kind of cool. Is this how they bypass the Tech Spear requirement? Is they have a fabricated version and a tech version of the corrupted weaponry. However, this power demands sacrifice. These corrupted instruments cannot be repaired by standard means, instead regenerating slowly over time or demanding a blood tithe at the sinister Blood Forge. Okay. I will have to see this in action before I can pass judgment on it or form even a coherent opinion about it. But I'll have to see that in action and see how it works with Tech Spear, or if it does have any crossover with the Tech Spear. If it does, that's cool. If not, you suck. All right. It's sorry. Yeah, it's delayed until 8 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually we have 9.5 hours until it releases. Yeah. All right, Tech Bunker. The Tech Bunker, we've already known about the Tech Bunker. The underground is now your battleground. Deploy the subterranean structure to expand your base beneath the earth. Open up a whole new underground playing field for secure storage and tactical defense. I hope they make this a little bit more accessible, because it seems like the servers are going to get, honestly, well, I don't know. I just hope they make it more accessible. Do you have to have the DLC to play on this map? Yes. Hey, Mrs. X. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs over on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Zor, I kind of agree with you, but also remember from a development standpoint, if they release the creatures ahead of time, it gives them plenty of time to actually balance them before it comes out, so they have less to balance when the expansion is finally released. So I can understand what they're doing and why they did that. It does suck, but yeah, I understand where they're coming from. It's like it's all of these new Lost Colony stuff, because they knew that they had a lot of stuff that was being put in this expansion. A lot. There's a lot to unpack from this. So by them releasing all of this content a little bit early and putting it in the pass, yeah, there's a couple different things. One, it it gives more people more incentive to buy the expansion and, generate hype and such like that, which is on one hand, I'm good. But on the other hand, it allows them to get this stuff out into the game because trust me, the amount of testing they can do internally pales in comparison to what the general public can do. So not only are they allowing people to play with their toys, they're also balancing it as they're doing it so they can have a separate team working on the balance while they have the other team working on creating all the stuff for the expansion. So, yeah. Like the Octodon and its spell. Exactly, Koa. Exactly. Yeah. And you can see, when they announced the Octodon, I was predicting that for a while. And then the moment the Octodon came out, they had patch for the Octodon. So you knew exactly what was going on. Yeah, it was good. It was a great idea, Wildcard. It was a great idea. Swish. Yes. Yeah, for people who are signing up on Patreon to play on the Foo Fighters servers, we're not launching the Foo Fighters server today. We are launching it as a concerted effort with all the Foo Fighters on Sunday. So we'll have a couple days for everybody to explore it, play around with it, and then we're doing a massive launch of the Foo Fighters server on Sunday. And we do that a lot because I like to be respectful of people's, time, and I understand everybody. Yeah, I like to be respectful of everybody's time. I know everybody works, stuff like that. And Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we're going to do the launch of the official Foo Fighters server. And we're going to get in. We're going to have a ton of red text. It's going to be a blast. So, yeah, anybody who, and then again, once again, the Foo Fighters servers, they're not a pay-to-play thing. They're literally just a thank you from me to you for helping me continue to do what I'm doing. All right, by signing up to YouTube or going through Patreon, it's literally just if you are generous enough to do that, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And make sure if you do that, you send me a DM and we'll get you on the servers. It is literally my way of saying thank you. So yeah, we're all gonna die, absolutely. All right, but yeah, it's people like you that allow me to do what I do, and I want you guys to know that I am eternally grateful for that. It is so awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Base temp. Oh, we already covered the tech bunker. The base template system. Revolutionize your building. Use a template hammer and clipboard to save and replicate your favorite base designs. Share them with friends and snap build entire wings of your fortress in seconds. Yeah, that one's been around a little bit. I do now that I think I'm almost complete doing my base on Soling the Ark on the island. My tiki base is that's my floating tiki base. I think I'm finally going to do a template of that and then upload that so everybody can have that. So if you're interested in that base build, I love that base build. It is so good. It is so fun. I mean, it just makes me smile playing in that base. There's certain bases that do it for me, and that one, I love that base. You won't die if you run faster than your friends. That is said very often on the Foo Fighters servers, right? You love that base? Same. Oh man, I love that base so much. You never seen Flinger's face before? Hi. One sec. I'm getting over a cold. Sorry. I've been having a really bad cold the last couple, probably about 6 days. So, yeah. I'll do several, Jasper. I'll do several blueprints so where people can just connect them. I think that'll work. How's Foo? Is he hitting wrong buttons? Yeah, probably. Probably. Do I actually think they'll release it today? I think there's about a 50-50 chance. Yeah, 50-50 chance. Yeah, who knows? I'm hopeful they'll release it. If they are releasing it tonight, I will. It's the moment it's released, I'm gonna pop back up in the stream and we're gonna go explore the living crap out of it. That's my plan. And I specifically took yesterday off to be able to prepare myself for this and everything. One sec. Okay, there we go. Jay brought me coffee. So yeah. Thank you, Jay. It's good coffee too. That helps. All right. Okay, so base template system, we just covered that. Arctic armor. Traverse the tundra with unhindered agility. This crafted light fur set provides the same vital insulation as heavy fur without the crushing weight, granting a stamina surge to survivors who equip the full set. Okay, I want to cover this a little bit. I want to jump. Jay is amazing. Yeah, Ice Ferret. Dude, Jay is amazing. He brings me coffee. So awesome. With Kahlua? Oh, that would have been good. Sip of the coffee. Dark have been my dreams of late. All right, so this is going to be like how the Desert Claw set has its own specifics for Scorched Earth. And the first set, well, the first set is furry. This right here is going to be a light fur set, more like the one from Mei Yin, the suit that Mei Yin is wearing in the animated version. So, traverse the tundra with unhindered agility. I don't know what that's going to mean in gameplay terms, but honestly, it sounds kind of cool. One sec. Okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah, sorry. Jay just brought in Nala a big treat to chew on, and I thought she was bringing me something. No, she was just hooking up Nala. Oh, Kia! I missed it. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. I appreciate that. Your Xmas gift for me? For them? Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kia. I think she's trying to keep that nice thing under wraps. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So yeah, I'm granting a stamina surge to survivors who equip the full set. That could be cool. I look forward to seeing exactly how this works. Like, does it regenerate your stamina faster, or does it give you additional stamina? Either way, I mean, that's going to be huge. The look of the Legion. Embrace the aesthetic of the Lost King's army. Don new Thrall-themed armor and weapon skins. Outfit your tames with regimented Thrall saddles, or vanish into the whiteout with the tactical Snow Ghillie. Ooh, okay. So these all just new skins. That's cool. I'm looking forward to that. And also the Snow Ghillie, just the white snow set. That'd be cool. Seeing the Cryo Hospital was coming up. Yes, we already talked about the Cryo Hospital. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Irish cream in the coffee. There could be a possibility of that. No longer have to paint the Ghillie white, right? All right, Barracks of the Damned. Renovate your base with a Thrall structure tile set and a full suite of themed decor. From commanding billboards and signs to industrial vaults, storage boxes, lamps, furniture. So this right here is going to be the new structure skin that goes on there. It's the Barracks of the Damned one. You know, we have for the Bob's Tall Tales stuff, we've got the Scorched Earth one, which is the Wild West or the Western theme. And then you have the Aberrant theme, which is the Clockwork. And then you have the Wasteland Survivor that is on the Extinction. So this is going to be the new skin for structures. That's kind of cool. What time is it available? It should be available in 9 hours unless they change it. Wonder how many crashes in the first hour? Well, that depends on your system, but yeah, maybe a few. Fortress is a keyword. Okay. The Ascent, campaign outposts, and skill trees. Let's put this right up here. Expand the end game with outpost missions. These, oh, hold on. Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay. These aren't going to be the stupid missions from Genesis 1, are they? Just a reskin of them? I mean, they were good if you're on a server with a lot of people. Smaller servers or solo players, they were next to impossible. Yeah. I mean, hundreds of hours would have to go into them, plus also armies for a solo player just to be able to do all of those. And you had to do that to be able to do the alpha boss, which is the reason why no sane person ever did the alpha boss on Genesis 1. No sane person ever did that. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Defensive outposts. Prove your loyalty to the crowd. So this is how you do the defensive outposts. You do quests to help in their outposts. Stand shoulder to shoulder with the Lost King's thralls to defend their fortresses against waves of mindless revenants. So that's how you defend the outposts. Okay. Succeed to earn the king's favor, lowering his army's hostility towards you as his voice guides your every move from the shadows. Okay. Okay. Hopefully they learn from that bit on Genesis 1. Well, they haven't changed it, so I'm not sure. Winter is coming, right? Attack outposts. Choose Defiance. So when you are, there'll probably be two different, each outpost will have probably two different quest givers. One's light side, one's dark side. You can either defend or you can attack. Breach the fortified strongholds of the Thrall's Legion, destroy their command structures, and loot the king's stockpiles to fuel your rebellion. These sound fun. I mean, honestly, as a, doing the kind of content I do with the Foo Fighters and stuff like that, this sounds like it'll be, and also a solo play, because I go from two different extremes. One is a big group of people and, doing stuff like that, which is fun. I mean, wicked fun. And then also single player, which I view as fun and challenging as well. So, I mean, you go from just, Zerg red text moments in this to, how do I carefully calculate and mathematically ensure my victory on single player. So there's going to be two different extremes, but both of these are really sounding exciting because you're going to have to tackle these in two different ways depending on how you're playing. And I look forward to doing both of them. Man, oh, dude, this is going to be great. Resource caches, secure your survival in the open field by claiming valuable supply drops before scavenging hordes of neophytes and wild creatures overrun them. That sounds kind of cool. So the resource caches, they're going to be like the Extinction's the supply drops that come down. Yeah, extinctions drop pods. Exactly. Yeah, Jasper. Yeah. Okay, we're getting close to the bottom here. Okay. Lost Colony skills. Over 70 skills and milestones. Okay, so we've already got a bunch of the skills already shown to us. It's like, what? I want to say like 50 already, don't we? In the skill tree? So they're adding like 20 more that we haven't seen, or 20-ish more. I don't know how many are specifically already there, but yeah. Unlock 3 new powerful progression paths. The Wayfarer path, master skills like Temporal Retreat. This is the one that's already in the game. Bloodlust to gain speed on kills and siphoning rounds to heal yourself in a firefight. Beastmaster path. Forge a blood bond with your tames. Sacrifice your own hit points to frenzy your mount with a sacrificial power. Summon spirit beasts to fight by your side, or empower your possessed thralls with husk resilience. So this right here is going to be if you lean heavy into your tames. This is going to be more of a scout, I want to say. And then utility path, master the environment. Use Wisp of Industry to construct complex fortifications in hard-to-reach places. This is the builder. Cold-blooded to extend spoil timers, or the Midas Touch to turn resources into gold. Yeah, this is the building path. All right. Here is the taming path, and here is the fighting path. Okay. March to the throne. Your path leads to the Lost King's Palace. Looming over the city, conquer dynamic or outpost missions to weaken the king's grip on the realm. As you dismantle his defenses and secure the sigils of his lieutenants, the gates to the citadel will open, but the king is not the only nemesis waiting for you in the dark. That sounds really, really cool. You're late to the stream, but you made it. Hell yeah. Is the skills going to reset on release? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. If they do release, I hope they refund everything. I've spent a lot of time, especially in solo, setting up my skills. So, yeah. It's close to the end. Yeah, we are getting close to the end. Let's see. The Lost King. Can you guys see that? All right. The Lost King awaits in his Stygian court, weighing if you have the strength to survive the darkness. But even though your humanity is but a flicker, fighting against the everlasting cold, your will burns on nonetheless. And from far across the stars, allies old and new are relying on you. The future of your survival begins here and now in Eret Prime. Step forth and claim it. Okay, so we have a few more. All right, here's. We're going to read all this because all of this is going to have little different factoids hidden in it. And also, I am seeing a mention of Arc 2 in here, which means we are definitely going to read this. All right, everybody, take a moment. If you haven't already, top up your coffee. We're going in it for a little bit longer. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to turn off face cam while we get ready for this. But yeah. Yeah, hit that like button, and if go grab your coffee, because we're going to be in this a little bit longer. They need a mechanic to allow respecs. They really do. Being able to respec that skill tree is going to be huge. I hope they allow us to do it. Zoom out a bit. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, I'll just move this. There we go. How's that? Yeah, you can mind wipe. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, mind wipe tonics, respect your skill tree. I've been hesitant to do that because it doesn't refund your points, does it? Or does it? I'm not sure. Oh no! Oh crap! I'm being done. Thank you. You waited until I was taking a moment. Ah, you turned. All right. We'll say hi to stream. The camera's off.
Hi, stream.
All right. Take it. Oh, there's a dodoing. Oh, man. She waited for me to turn off the camera. Hi. Oh, man. That is great. What time is it out in the UK? Thank you very much, Weasel. Appreciate that, man. Ninja strikes again. She does. In the UK, well, it'll be out in 9 hours, it looks. So, yeah. All right, let's jump back into this. All right. Okay. The end of the arcs, the genesis of a new saga. I love the wording on that. All right, that's pretty good. All right, plunge through the icy heart of darkness as you reunite with old legends while rekindling hope for the next generation. Arc Lost Colony bridges the gap between Extinction and Arc 2. Yeah. The fact that they're still mentioning Arc 2, oh man, so many people have said over, the years that that Arc 2 has been... They've dropped it. Well, no, this is proof that they haven't. They're still working on it, and I mean, honestly, it looks like all this stuff here is just it's yeah, as they're moving towards Arc 2. This was necessary stuff they had to develop in order to get Arc 2 up and going, which is honestly, it just gives me even more tingles. More good, more good vibes. This is awesome. It won't? Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Your journey returns you to the beginning, Arat Prime, the site of humanity's final stand. You awaken at the Necroscene, a brutal post-cataclysmic era where the Earth's southern pole has been plunged into eternal night. Buried within the deep snow, the metropolis of the Lost Colony clings to your existence beneath energy shields powered by the radioactive warmth of Red Element. Survival here is an act of defiance against nature itself. This unnatural heat source keeps the colony alive only by repelling the Reseed Protocol, ensuring the Earth remains broken so that the Lost King may rule his corrupted kingdom. Hey, thank you very much again, Weaselman. Dude, appreciate that, dude. Arc 2 is just like GTA 6 and Elder Scrolls 6. You're not wrong. All right. So, this unnatural heat source keeps the colony alive. So that's what we're going to be having to shut down. And that is what is repelling the Reseed Protocol. So I have a feeling our goal is to get in there and shut down whatever is keeping the natural heat source. What is keeping the Red Element flowing and shut that down so where we can initiate the Reseed Protocol in Lost Colony. I have a feeling that's what the end game of Lost Colony is. And once that happens, then Rockwell is going to get onto the spaceship somehow, and we're going to go into the simulation. I'm very curious to see how they work that. Because at the end of Lost Colony, we already know what happens after Lost Colony. Is we go into the simulation and Rockwell gets onto the onto the spaceship. How are we going to do that via the end of Lost Colony? Well, we'll find out. That's kind of cool, actually. Rockwell returns again, right? You want to Displacer Beast? Jay, honestly, here, let's do a petition right here, all right? Okay, wild card. If you're watching this, if you ever watch this in the future, all right? Okay, you know D&D. I know a lot of you guys play D&D. All right. So in D&D, there is something called the Displacer Beast, right? You know, the cats with the big giant, tentacles that come out that allow them to create, displace themselves and, create illusions and such. To basically just mind screw, their prey. If we could get something like that in Ark, all right? Just something like that we could write on. All right. I'm just saying, you could put it in as a fantastic tame. I would be happy to pay $5 for it. I mean, I really would. But if you could do something like that, please, that would be awesome. D&D, do not disturb. Dungeons and Dragons, guys. All right, come on. All right, if you have not unleashed your inner nerd that much, then you need to unleash your inner nerd. I'm just saying, right? Rockwall was a good guy. Writable Displacer Beast? Oh, yeah. Never played Dungeons and Dragons? Really? Dude. All right. That's okay. Be fair, you never played a tabletop RPG? Have you guys ever played Baldur's Gate 3? There you go. And if you are interested in it, the knowing what a Displacer Beast is, the D&D movie that came out a couple years ago actually has them in it. So yeah. Okay. Caught between the tyrannical order of the Lost King and the creeping violent corruption of an old enemy. So this is the Lost King. He is the bad guy that was already there. The violent corruption is Rockwell's the aberrant arc that crash landed on it. So there's going to be competing forces, right? You must navigate a world of gothic horror and advanced science. So gothic horror is what was pre-existing. Advanced science is the stuff from Aberrant. Well, from the Aberrant arc. All right, from the jagged craters of the tundra to the bioluminescent canopy of the twilight forest and into the depths of the lost city itself. Every inch of the map tells a story of survival at any cost. This just sounds so good. I hope so, Koa. I really hope so. Advanced science, sci-fi. Ark has always had really sci-fi stuff in it, if you haven't noticed, yeah. Yeah, there's dinosaurs and there's spears, but there's always been sci-fi in it. You've never played D&D, but you played Baldur's Gate, then you've played D&D. Yeah. Yeah, the D&D movie with Chris Pine, yeah, that's the one that has the Displacer Beast in it. It's really good. All right, the future of the survival begins here and now on Arab Prime. Step forth and claim it. That sounds wicked cool. All right, read more. Let's see. All right, Cinematic Saga. Experience explosive Mappa anime scenes starring Michelle Yeoh and I know I mangle people's names. I'm sorry. And UE5 Metahuman Cinematics from skipping those names to skipping all the names just so I can cover all of them by some very cool people. Yeah, cinematic voices by very cool people. All right, 13 plus new creatures bond with the frame shifting Ocedon, telekinetic Orlax, and the evolving fox familiars. You know, I can pronounce Orlax, but I can't pronounce other names. Yeah. All right, survive feral neophytes and remnant swarms and command the laser-wielding Gloon and the colossal Giga Desmodus flying fortress. That sounds wicked cool. Sci-fi dinosaurs and spears, my jam. Right? Okay, Thrall Mastery. Infiltrate the hierarchy by earning the trust of thralls or forcing their submission via raids. Equip them with weaponry, automate base logistics, or assume direct control via neural link to pilot them as expendable avatars of war. That could be fun. That could be really, really fun. Right? All right, I could just see it. Shorts popping up all over YouTube. Look what I made my thrall do. Yeah. That sounds so cool. A world of extremes. From shadow-drenched avenues of the Gothic metropolis and the radioactive ruin of the crashed Aberrant Ark, navigate 7 distinct biomes. Okay, so the, yeah, there you go, Kia, or Koa. The Aberrant Ark is its own biome. So yeah, navigate 7 distinct biomes of the Lost Colony's dominion. I am very curious to see how the crash-landed Aberrant Ark actually looks once it's all busted up even more. All right, Gothic Engineering. I mean, I've actually got a current Aberration playthrough going right now, so, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Oh, David Tennant's great in everything. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's good. Gothic Engineering. Scroll that down a little bit. Wield forbidden tools like the fabricated crossbow, tech spear, and cursed weaponry that allow dual traits. Revolutionize strongholds with base templates and tech bunkers and forge masterpieces of the war bench while clad in Arctic armor. The Ascent. Evolve through Wayfarer, Beastmaster, and utility skill paths, unlocking 70 plus skills. Weaken the King's grip via 3 dynamic outpost types to secure sigils. Opening the gate to its citadel for the final countdown. Okay, so 3 dynamic outpost types. They didn't say 3 dynamic outposts. They said 3 dynamic outpost types. Which makes me think there's going to be more than 3 of them. Outposts, that is. I was thinking there'd be like, you know, how the obelisks are, you know, the triangle. There would be an opposite triangle. So where it would be the outpost. But no, they'll probably be scattered throughout the map. That sounds kind of cool. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Philip. Yeah, that's how Rockwell gets here, is the Crest Aberrant Ark. Yeah, it might be, Koa. It might be. Plains, redwoods, jungle, swamp, Arctic, corrupted, and aberrant. Most likely the 7 biomes. Yeah, probably, Jay. Yeah. Big nose blowing dino. Yeah, he's a giant flying squishy toy. The squish, when you squish me, you know, the blood rains down on his enemies and burns them. It's as sick as it sounds. Yeah. How long till we get it? Looks like 9 hours. Yeah. Okay, enhance your journey with the Lost Colony Expansion Pass, granting instant access to the Lost Colony Expansion Pack and these exclusive bonuses. The Elder Claw, and I did a video a while back, and people were like, that is not part of the Lost Colony. Elder Claw is part of the Lost Colony, guys. All right. Forest Guardian draped in protected blossoms, the blend apex strength with the spirit of the wild. Command living vines to armor the beast or entangle aggressors in the crushing grip. And the Drakelings, miniature dragons that serve as steadfast shoulder pads and versatile living weapons. Collect all 4 seasonal variations to master their distinct powers. Spring for vitality, summer for resistance, autumn for harvest yields, and winter for mitigation. And then we get down into the system requirements. And so, yeah, AMD Ryzen 2600, Razer, AMD, I don't know why this is being such a tongue twister for me. AMD Ryzen 5 2600, Intel Core i7 6800K. That's not bad. And then the AMD Radeon RX 5800 NVIDIA, a 1080 GeForce, really. Remember when the 1080 Ti was like the pinnacle? I do. I still have one sitting back here, an old 1080 Ti that I burn up by doing YouTuber things. By the way, just so you know, if you're doing YouTuber things, you're going to fly through graphics cards. I'm just saying. Prepare yourself. All right. Yeah, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, there we go. All right. That was a lot to take in. I am looking so forward to this expansion coming out. I hope you guys are as well. That is amazing. All right, I'm not going to extend stream too long. Normally what I'll do when it comes around to these, I will jump into a game and I will just play. But I think this right here kind of explains everything. Yeah, 470 Ti, exactly. Yeah, see, I'm rocking a 490 right now. And, I mean, honestly, it's doing me great. It's doing me great. I love this thing. Yeah. All right, but hey, I was going to jump in and play some Ark, but I think I'm going to actually take a little bit of a break. Actually, probably about an 8-hour break until Lost Colony comes out. I will probably be back for a stream as we get close to the it coming out, whether we're pleasantly surprised with it releasing on time, or even if we're disappointed with it not releasing on time. Either way, I will most likely be back later tonight. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Man, that was a fun stream. I really appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate that. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you're over on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button, all right? Because I will be going live later today, and I look forward to seeing all you guys back then, or back when we started back up, because it's gonna be wicked fun. We're gonna be seeing all sorts of cool stuff. So hey, take it easy. Thank you again, and you guys have a good rest of your day until later today, and then we can look forward to exploring this and just discovering what all this new map has in it. It's going to be frickin' amazing. See you guys then.